I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. I'd like to welcome Charlie Wolfi. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, thank you so much for coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Yeah, no problem. My name is Charlie Wolfi. I am a gamer goblin on Twitch. And I've been VTubing for a good long time now.
So when did you get started?
So starting VTubing specifically, I think I've been going for roughly 7-ish years.
Mm-hmm. So that's quite a long time for this field.
Oh yeah. And content creation as a whole, probably about 10, 11.
So you were doing the regular face cam stuff, or did you just create on YouTube?
It was just gameplay streams.
Were you on the camera or off?
Off.
So was it a bit of a shock for you to be able to shift over and use a model?
Yes and no. I'd always had an eye when VTubing was kind of like in its infancy with like what was that thing that I think PewDiePie showed off years ago with like the red panda?
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Thing.
Yeah. So you got into it early then, at least knew about it early.
Yeah. I didn't quite have the setup for a little while, but when I was able to get it, I got in.
So was it easy for you to make that jump?
Kinda, yeah. Because for a while I just did voice and gameplay. Adding a model to it just meant I needed to get a camera.
Yeah. You have to have that model. But you you got the model that you wanted, or did you have to get it from some other type of thing?
So the way I started was I started out as a PNG tuber, based off of a Steven Universe fan character. But then once I saw like Vroid Studio was free, I just made a Vroid and just poked around, looked for things, and found a few good programs that I'm able to use it through.
Excellent. And with that start, you've had 7 years. Has it been 7 years straight, or did you take some time off sometime along the way?
I've taken time on and off.
Yeah. So what is the difference? I mean, it has to be a huge difference technology-wise between when you started and what's going on now, 8 years.
Oh, yeah. When I started, I was on a PS4 and just streamed from that.
Yeah, there is a difference.
Yeah, now I have 3 monitors, 4 if you include my tablet, and a gaming computer that can run Cyberpunk with ray tracing turned on. So.
Well, there you go. I mean, you've got yourself all set up for everything at this point.
Yeah.
So when you did get on and started the early, trailblazing type of streaming, how did it set? Did you get a lot of folks coming in immediately, or did it take some time?
It took some time. I work a full-time job and have ever since I really started doing this. So not every time I could stream was a good time for people to watch, but I still was making content.
Right. Well, these days the watchers are all over the world, so you can pull pretty much at any time you go on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just maybe not in this country, but you can still pull.
Yeah.
You can pull from all over the place, which is another thing that makes this pretty amazing, is the fact that the world is so small with it. Have you been able to get yourself some nice followers outside your country?
Followers not so much. I'm still a rather small creator, but I've made plenty of friends from all over.
Yeah, and were you somebody who wanted to entertain when you were younger?
Kinda, yeah. Honestly, I just really liked back when I was playing video games with my brothers, and that's something streaming's always been able to provide a pseudo feeling for.
So you kind of revisit those childhood memories a little bit.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Are you able to do a lot of collaborations with folks?
Uh, yes and no.
Mm.
I just now got on a good steady schedule
Mm.
with having like 3 days off.
Wow.
So now I have more opportunities too.
Yeah. It's not easy when you were you working like shift work here and there and everywhere?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was for a long while it was the 9 to 5, and then I was like sometimes I was working night shift, sometimes I was
Uh,
just evenings. It was all over the place, but now I'm a bit more steadier.
yeah,
So
that's a big pain if you want to try and schedule anything at any particular time, and folks talk about how being regular and being on a schedule helps build an audience or VTubers,
oh yeah.
and you just didn't have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah. Honestly, I had to make the opportunity. When I was working the evenings, I'd
Mm,
stream in the mornings, like
mm,
every morning, just a couple hours, and while I was able to keep that up, I was actually seeing some though slight growth, and it was nice.
yeah, and it's people come back for somebody who's regular, and people also come back for the personality as well. So,
Hmm.
have you had any trouble as far as keeping a group from one game to another, or have you been able to keep it steady through your gaming?
Kinda, yeah. I've had folks come and go depending on the game I play,
Mm.
but there's a couple folks that have stuck around throughout it.
And how do you feel when you realize that they come back for you, and not necessarily what you're playing or what
Oh,
you're doing?
it feels amazing.
Yes, I'm validated.
Yeah,
I'm here for a reason. Yeah, but it's. I mean, you wouldn't be doing it still at all this time if you weren't having fun with it, right?
exactly.
Mm. Yeah, because no matter what you're doing after a certain amount of time, some things kind of get old every once in a while. How have you kept
Yeah.
how have you kept yourself fresh doing it?
So there was one point in time when I was heavily focused on like analytics, on the numbers,
Mm.
and then I realized that wasn't really doing anything. That was just keeping me focused on something that was not the stream.
Hmm.
So I don't know if you allow swearing, but
Yeah,
uh,
go ahead.
I, I I entered my fuck it we ball phase and just started doing stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Do what's fun.
I'm still waiting for mine, and I'm almost 60. So maybe if I hit 70, then
Wow.
if I hit 70, then we'll do it then. I still have to ask the wife
Yeah.
though. Get approval from above before I make any
Hmm.
decisions like that. So finally, you kind of kicked the science to the curb and said we're going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do what's fun.
yeah,
And like if you build it, they will come.
yeah. Absolutely. I mean, if you're doing something you don't like and people are coming to watch it, and you're not like making $1 million every time you go on, how fun is that?
Exactly.
You just made it a job,
Hmm.
and
I already have one of those.
yeah, yeah, you made it a job and one that you don't necessarily like to do, and kind of have to force yourself at home to do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you've been able to keep that going pretty much since you did the wee ball section.
Yeah.
So is it a question of changing up games, or what type of games do you usually stream?
So I've been variety. Right now I'm focusing in on specifically the Digimon games
Oh
because
yeah.
there's a new one coming out in October.
Mm, yeah, I heard a lot of folks
So
are really hyped about that.
oh yeah.
Yeah, they kind of get a bad rap, um,
Hmm.
because being number two behind a number one as big as a planet is pretty tough to
Yeah.
it's pretty tough to overcome. Uh, so I imagine you have played both that and Pokemon.
Hmm.
What makes Digimon more fun for you?
Uh Honestly, Pokemon just kind of got a little too simple.
Mm,
Like story wise, gameplay wise, and all that. Sure, you can always go hard on it like they do with like the VGC and whatnot,
mm,
but
the,
yeah,
the
when it comes to the normal playing of it, it just ain't doing it for me.
Yeah, it's it does seem pretty repetitive. There's only so many ways you can uh, write the same thing down. Team bad
Yeah.
guy wants to do things that they think is right. It's going to wreck the universe. Let's go find
Hmm.
something that'll not wreck the universe.
Yeah.
And that pretty much is almost every one of them at this point.
Pretty much.
So what is different in what's coming up with Digimon now, or do you know yet?
So Digimon, although I don't like saying it this way, it's the best way to put it. It is a much more mature alternative to Pokemon. Like the characters are either young adults or straight up adults.
Hmm.
Like and like the story isn't just, oh, there's an evil team. Like literally the last one of the series that the new game's coming out in is, oh, the bad guy is an entropic virus that wants to eat everything until it's all gone.
That's a little different than
Yeah.
Team Washing Machine or whatever they come up with next.
Hmm.
Team
And like
Soap.
the and like the main heart of the story is like the normal Digimon story is like a bunch of kids go to the digital world.
Right.
In the previous game, it's what if that got messed up somehow and one of the kids got stuck and the rest got sent back?
Ah. So is he fighting his way back or what?
Oh no, he got eaten by the entropic virus.
Oh well, that's so much for that.
Yeah.
Well, no spoilers for folks who want to get into it. But
Yeah.
so how long have you been waiting for this game?
Uh I've been waiting for a new game in the series since the last ones got ported to the PC.
Mm.
But ever since they announced it, like start of this year, I think it was.
Hmm.
Now it's coming out in October, and I am super excited.
I fully expect to see a rush of Digimon on there come October.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, I think it will. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it gets spun. And
Hmm.
to me, a lot of it is how they're going to market things. And
Yeah.
with the way that a certain company that begins with an N has messed things up with a certain Switch and
Yeah.
games that cost too much that you don't even own. This might be a good time to make a little hay.
Oh yeah.
Man,
Without a doubt.
yeah. So they, if they want to take their shot, this is the time to do it. Get those promos out there and work with everybody
Hmm.
you can, and I think
Oh yeah.
they could do some work on this. Plus the fact that
Without a doubt.
even the fact that Pokemon cards are ridiculously high price
Hmm.
now. $10 for a pack of cards, like yeah,
It's crazy.
for a new pack, not even an old pack.
Hmm.
Like, jeez,
Yeah.
even baseball cards didn't get that bad for the most part. Although I'm
Oh
sure you
yeah.
can find a few of them like that if you really want to. So other than that game, what other games have you been playing?
Uh, stream wise, let's see. The last game I think I fully beat was Sonic Adventure One.
Hmm.
Just playing through old retro games and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah. Are you a fan of those older games?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of them are nostalgic, yeah, but other ones are things that I would be nostalgic for, but I was like busy playing other games, so I'm basically revisiting them.
Yeah, and you didn't get a chance to get into it the first time, so
Yeah,
jump
I was
into it
rather
now.
unfocused as a child.
Well, some of us are unfocused all the way through to late adulthood.
Yeah.
So we'll blaze the trail for you, but we won't tell you where it is. Um,
Sounds good.
the other types of games the other types of retro games you like to play. Can you share a couple titles?
Yeah. So we got the classic fighting games. I big into Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Mm-hmm.
That was a real good time.
Mm.
Uh Old Darkstalkers series from Capcom. That game pretty rad. A lot
Mm.
of old school different takes on old school like horror movie monsters
Oh
like
yeah,
Merman and Werewolf and whatnot.
yeah, yeah. Well, they didn't have the rights.
Yeah, right.
like Dracula with a K.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it sounds like that you've got a really good genre to choose from. That's
Oh yeah.
pretty endless. Have you got a bunch of games in the queue ready to go?
Yeah. So the idea is kind of to focus on Digimon, but on Sundays I'd do like a something else Sunday if
Mm,
Digimon starts getting a little bland.
right, right.
And there's like uh some of the games I'm thinking of doing is like the indie game Ship Graveyard Simulator 2, where you're scrapping old ships.
Wow,
Uh,
that actually
uh,
sounds
uh,
pretty neat. Uh,
oh yeah, it's a real neat game.
yeah.
Other things are like there's a game I just picked up called Co-op Kaiju Horror Cooking that I could play with a few friends.
Kaiju horror cooking.
Yeah,
Yeah, what is it?
not
King Kong's beef bouillon, or what's it? What's going on?
honestly from the look of it. Yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
has a lot of time on their hands.
Oh yeah, that's from the company Strange Scaffold. They make wild games.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Definitely give them a look when you get the chance.
Absolutely. So you're going to be basically concentrating on this Digimon once it comes out.
Yeah, and after that, then I'll figure something out once the new game's out and I get through it.
Yeah. Now, I imagine you'll be doing that for quite a while because you're going to be wanting to get through that Digimon.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
uh, is this going to be a one playthrough, or will you go back and do it again? Do you think afterwards, or
Uh,
are you going to play one off of the stream?
what what I'm probably gonna do is do the first playthrough when it comes out, and then maybe revisit it like next year.
Mm, yeah, maybe after bugs and stuff are done.
Yeah, see how it's changed, see what patches there are, if they make any DLC and whatnot, visit it
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Do they make DLC for that?
Yeah, on occasion, usually just like new missions and whatnot that you can go through.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would I say I remember Digimon when it came out,
Hmm.
and it's rather unfortunate timing in the U.S.
A little bit.
Just a tad bit. Um, Plus the show didn't really help it.
Yeah.
It didn't really help it out too much. But the there are a lot of people who are absolutely devoted to it
Hmm.
and would not even try to do the Pokemon game. Um, but are you one of those folks who will not even touch the Pokemon now?
Uh, yeah, but that's more so because Nintendo's just expensive now.
Well, that is true. That's extremely true.
I might go back for like the older Pokemon games to revisit it, some nostalgia, maybe other like fan creations from there, but like the newer stuff I ain't gonna touch.
Yeah, I think they've probably made a mistake. We'll hear about that in the next couple of years. Well, why is our sales
Mhm.
way down? Well, you priced yourself out of
And
it. and,
it's funny. A lot of people think Digimon's a rip-off of Pokemon.
yeah,
It's actually a rip-off of Tamagotchi.
yeah, it is. It is. It's not really the same game
Yeah.
at all. And Tamagotchi, I remember that as a kid and
Hmm.
as a young person, and boy, that was really irritating for a long time.
Oh yeah.
People carrying that thing around. Look at this. I don't want to look at that. Look at this. No, I don't. No. Just keep
Oh,
it to yourself.
oh wow! It's like 8 squares on a grid. Cool.
Yeah. Wow. And the stuff. When it first came out, it had about the computing power of a an earring today.
Hmm.
People still, and of course now don't they have new ones out or something that probably are
Yeah,
more complicated.
there's new ones and they got like actual animation on them, like pretty much as good as what like I want to say the old Game Boy was.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, for its time, it was pretty amazing.
Hmm.
Yes. I actually tried to play. The only time I've actually played Pokemon one up was when I was my wife and daughter were driving. I was in the back seat, and I found
Yeah.
an old Game Boy back there, and I was bored to tears. And there was a Pokemon game in it already, and I turned it on and
Wow.
started playing it, and I was like, "Wow, this is actually pretty neat." And then it
Yeah.
got dark, and I was like, "Well,
Yeah.
how did people? Why did they think that was a good idea?
You had to play it every time you passed by
A lamp or something.
light. Yeah,
Yeah,
the street lamp. Yeah.
just quickly hit the buttons and hit the buttons again. Or hopefully you park next to a car that the lights are on or something.
Hmm.
That was, and then I never saw it again because he saw
Yeah.
that I was my son-in-law saw that I was playing it and decided he wanted to play it himself. So that was that. Um, and
Yeah.
now the grandson plays. The For you, is there a type of stream you'd like to try that you haven't done yet?
Uh, what streams I always have a bit more rougher time with are like the just chatting ones, but
Hmm.
like I have full body capture for my model, so
Oh,
like I could do like streams where I'm like up and about and doing stuff
yeah,
in my room, but
yeah.
it shows on there. But I don't really have much options for that right now.
Mm. Nothing like
I would like to do things like that later, but though,
yeah, yeah, like a buildings section or something. Or,
yeah,
uh,
something like that.
yeah,
Like, yeah.
yeah, something along those lines. And um, it's it sounds like to me that you came in. It would when you started, it'd be really hard to project having a goal because nobody knew where it was going to go yet.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't know whether the whole thing was going to be shut down in 6 months or whether you'd still be even able to get
Oh
on
yeah.
the internet at that point.
Honestly, it's getting to be a bit more like that again now too.
Well, yeah, a little bit. But then it was the Wild West. I mean,
Hmm.
really, you didn't have anybody if there was competition, it wasn't really a competition for sure
Yeah.
back then. How has the chat changed since then?
Uh, honestly, I on my streams personally, I haven't noticed much of a change, but I have noticed interesting changes through the VTuber community as a whole.
Yeah, yeah, like
Yeah,
what?
like well, a lot of people are starting to move away from like the corporate side of VTubing, like
Oh
the
yeah,
big companies that
yeah,
have VTuber faces, mostly because the company side of it does company things, and that's not great.
yeah, yeah. It's they have bosses who have shareholders, and
Yeah.
that's how that works. Now the and I think people are realizing, especially in other countries, most other countries, that the idle life isn't exactly the easiest.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of things you're not allowed to do, and um, I think watching some of those folks who are now independent and enjoying themselves immensely, you kind of figure that out very quickly.
Hmm.
Um, but then again, there's a lot of people who are still um, have the blinders on and blinkers on and still are
Yeah.
looking for that sort of thing. I don't know whether you'll see
Well,
that in the U.S. again anytime soon.
yeah. Well, it's interesting because history's actually repeating itself right now with these big VTuber agencies
Mm,
like losing a bunch of people
yeah,
with the old like marketing not MLM, the whole like YouTube companies like
right,
Machinima and
right, yeah,
whatnot,
yeah,
Maker Studios and whatnot.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Those are, well, you have an Irium that started up, which is coming up from Japan, a new concept,
yeah.
um, a very different type of stream, I think. But there are some people who are really suited for it, and
Hmm.
there'll be an audience that's suited for it too. Um, but you also look at a lot of folks now starting up more semi-formal groups rather than companies.
Yeah.
Um, I imagine you'll see a lot more of that in the near future because you don't have the contract for one, and no legal crap that you have to deal with. And there is you don't have to do you don't have to do spreadsheets and all that garbage.
Yeah.
People.
Oh, you don't have to do spreadsheets for like the financial side.
Yeah.
Scheduling things, probably still going to need that spreadsheet.
Yeah, that is true. And you can have projects together. You can have events together and help each other promote. But it's not going to be one where you're tied down by a contract, and you have to get things approved before you go on.
Like
some of these
you don't need your bosses to talk to someone else's bosses. You can just do a thing with another person.
Right. You don't have several managers watching your every step, making sure you don't.
Yeah.
You have to wear a mask in public, type of things. I think that kind of veneer is stripped a little bit, especially with a couple of more recent, more popular ones leaving. That sort of thing. But there might be something taking its place, and it will have to be a really, really different business model. You see that. You see what happened with Viso Shoujo. It was rotten well before anybody knew about it. So it was. It was destined. A good tree with a rotten middle is just going to fall over anyway. It's going to have to be something that's got a rock solid foundation. It isn't going to be worrying about shareholders. And that's going to be very tough to do in the United States. In Japan, the laws are all different.
Oh yeah, no idea how they're going to handle things.
Yeah, and the laws are different. Business is different. The culture is different. Expectations are different than someone raised in the U.S. or Canada or some other countries. So there's going to have to be some sort of something new coming up, and hopefully it's good because there are some good things that does come out of that sort of thing. For you, have you decided now after a few years to set some goals for yourself?
Honestly, main goal right now is develop a community, get regular watchers and whatnot, get back to where I was before I had to go on a hiatus for a while because of work stuff.
Right.
Yeah. And, after that, then it's going to be trying to work enough on streaming and all that side of it to make that eventually into a career.
So you're going to have to do. You mentioned the word marketing. I didn't have to say it first this time.
Yeah.
that's going to be part of it. Have you got some plans on what you're going to do with it?
No idea. Play it by ear.
Well, it's always a good plan to not have a plan.
Well, yeah, if you have a plan, the plan can fail.
That's right.
If you don't have a plan, there's no failure.
That is exactly right. If it doesn't exist, it does not exist. That's the rule one. But does this mean maybe an expansion into shorts on YouTube? More work?
Yeah, definitely shorts. Aside from just putting up my clips that people clip from streams.
Yeah.
One idea I had was Q&As through like those various anonymous question sites.
Yeah. Those can be
just
pretty fun.
Putting those out. Those.
Yeah, those. So, did you say that you do some editing, video editing?
Oh yeah. I'm just kind of a one-man machine. If I have to video edit, I got to video edit.
Yeah. So, was it something that you self-taught, or did you take some courses for it?
Oh, it's self-taught. I am YouTube certified.
Well, let's say sometimes the field marshals are better than the ranking lieutenants, that type of thing. But and the getting your hands on it and learning it, and maybe you find a way to do it yourself. Are you someone who takes commissions for doing that sort of thing?
No.
No.
I don't think I'm good enough for commissions just yet. I mean, if people want to give me money, I'm not going to stop them. But
see, I had this big old check, but I can write it for somebody else. That's okay.
Exactly.
it's gonna bounce, but I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. The um, Having that in your resume though, and wanting to expand, you've got that in your pocket if you want to start doing a lot
Hmm.
more YouTube type things. Um,
Yeah.
is there anything else kicking around that you might want to do as far as marketing goes?
Uh, well, a good idea I always had was writing like, so VTubers typically have lore.
Hmm.
I could work my lore into like a series of novellas that I can just self-publish through like Amazon or something.
Oh,
And that would work as its own advertisement for the streams
yeah,
and like YouTube channel.
yeah. Well, but that's even more work. Putting out the
Yeah,
novellas for it. Are you someone who writes a lot?
I try to
Yeah, and
when I have the time.
yeah, I've got all these stories bouncing around in my head, but I can't get myself to write them out. Um,
Yeah.
it's always like, yeah, well, I'll do it tomorrow, and then I don't. Uh,
Mm.
how do you get over that?
Writing small and then working, building from there.
Mm,
Basically, setting down the bones first, then putting the meat on them.
mm. More like an outline, or do you just write something
Yeah.
short and work on it? So what
So
what?
sometimes it's ideas, sometimes it's like full scenes.
Mm. And then are they scenes that you put down and then come back to later?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rework them, maybe put them somewhere, maybe move them, put them somewhere else.
Mm. So what have you got any published yet?
Nope.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of ways to do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
It-
don't you
It's
don't
just
have to
getting it
make
done that's the issue.
yeah, getting editors and that type of stuff
Yeah.
to go through. But again, you want to find something that's not going to crimp your style too. Uh,
Exactly.
um, that's why I looked at folks who are artists and they've been through art school and well, they know the basics now. They forgot what made them artists,
Yeah.
and they have to learn all over again how that goes. So
Hmm.
if you're able to put out how many novellas are you looking to do?
Uh, I don't have a specific number, just anytime I have an idea for a story, fill out that story,
Mm,
and if it can fit a full novella, perfect. Maybe if it's an small anthology, that would also work.
yeah, yeah. Well, but that's some real brand awareness there.
Yeah.
And you know, I would like to see somebody do that and then bring somebody else into it and
Oh
and
yeah.
branch off where you could have a kind of a um, uh, co-advertising as you do it, you know,
Hmm.
and then somebody else, another streamer, you know, becomes a part of it, and you kind of branch off
Yeah.
that, and they can do the same thing. There's a lot of synergy that can still be used out
Oh
there
yeah.
in those sort of things.
And the thing is, it's never like some folks might see it as a competition, but it's never a competition. It's the whole two cakes picture. Just like,
Yeah,
oh, their cake is better than mine.
yeah,
And then third person shows up. Oh boy, two cakes.
yeah, yeah. That's it. If you look outside the forest and you can see the trees, you know, that sort of thing.
Hmm.
Um, the the competition part doesn't exist right now because the
Nah.
audience is still out there to be found.
Hmm.
It's going to keep expanding. More people are going to tune into the streaming services because more people have the capability, and they're going to get
Yeah.
tired of the stuff that they see now. And they want to try something else. Um,
Everyone's looking for something different until they find something they like.
yeah, I mean, if you talk to somebody about you talk to somebody my age about VTubers, first of all, they're going to look at you like they look at me, which is cross-eyed, and not know what I'm talking about. But I think you're getting more and more, you know, 30s and early 40s folks involved in this once they realize what it's all about. And
Oh yeah.
that's going to bring a bigger audience because you'll have older people watching older people. It's going to get bigger and bigger, and I don't think there's going to be a direct competition between people for several years yet. At least there shouldn't
Oh,
be.
definitely not.
You know,
Yeah.
work on your own stuff,
Hmm.
and then draw people in, and then and try to keep them. So,
Oh yeah.
uh, have you had any like anniversary specials or anything, or do you celebrate that sort of thing?
Oh yeah, I've had a couple. Typically they're either like a 12 or 24-hour stream I did once. That was
Oh,
rough.
yeah, I bet. Have you
And
recovered?
then a little bit. Then like every once in a while for my birthday personally, I would do like a 12-hour stream of just like specifically focusing on something.
Yeah, well, 12 hours is a lot better than 24. Um,
A little bit, yeah.
yeah, especially because you have to be on, you have to be talking, you have to be awake at
Oh
all
yeah.
time. You can't
Mm-hmm.
cruise and that sort of thing unless you cheat like some folks do and put
Yeah.
up 3 hours. Are you sleeping? That's not streaming. That's that's a
Yeah.
a
That's not
camera.
that's not content.
That's
That's
not
sleep.
yeah, and replay something in the background. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've talked to some folks who've done a 24-hour stream. They're like, never again. And I'm like, why'd you do it in the first place?
No, yeah, you'll get folks like never again. Then you'll have me, and I'm like, maybe I should do this next month.
Yes, maybe I should do this again. Yes, did not learn. Burns on the hands
No.
type of thing. It's really tough to do because you have to keep your voice up all that time, and you have to keep yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, if you're doing a 24-hour stream and you run everybody off, are you really doing a 24-hour stream?
Well, you're doing a 24-hour stream. It's just there's no one else there.
Yeah.
It's a one-man show, including the audience.
Yeah, exactly. You start talking to yourself. Like that coming in. So, have you got any big ideas for what you want to do the rest of this year, or are you pretty much set?
Rest of this year, knocking out all the whole Digimon thing. Gonna
Mm-hmm.
play through various Digimon games as I go through until the new one. After the new one, then we'll see what happens from there. Like, if I can finish it in October, then rest of October probably play something like Dead by Daylight more often. Then after that, work on some other games that I've been picking up throughout the years.
Yeah, Dead by Daylight, or as I call it, hanging people on hooks. That's what I would do if I was in that game. I can't do the horror games like that. I would just immediately just die, and people would have to rescue me constantly. It'd be like my son-in-law in a shoot 'em up game. One time I saw him watching. I think it was Call of Duty or something. He was going on, and he would get killed immediately as soon as he spawned. He'd take one step and die.
Oh yeah.
And the folks he was in on team with were like, "Stop showing up. Go somewhere else."
Yeah, it do be like that sometimes.
Just fire randomly in the air and die.
But no, yeah. Aside from things like that, probably gonna try and do a lot more collabs. That'll be a big focus.
Yeah, and it's gonna be that's something I think you'll see more people doing. I hope they're doing it wisely.
Yeah.
And it isn't always going to work, but when it does, maybe you've got something you can do more than once, and it's always good to make that connection. Do you feel that are you happy where you are as far as being a streamer?
Yes, but I know I could be happier.
So you're okay, but it's like yeah.
There's obvious growth that can be made. Yeah. I just need to go do it.
Yeah. Well, and that's not all you're doing. I mean, the world gets involved in it, and sometimes you're just not able to put as much into it. Sometimes you need to do something with a car or something that takes all your money away.
So, sometimes your job closes down because it's in a dying medium, and you have to find a new job.
Yeah, I know about that. Yes, radio did that a while back. I'm glad I got out. I got out before COVID, which was good because COVID
mine was newspaper.
Yeah,
so that was fun.
Yeah. Oh well, you got news. You got even before us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've got our local newspaper in our town is manufactured and put together 80 miles away.
That's what's happening with our town.
Yeah, that's how it works, and it's going to be very little actual local news and everything that the publisher wants politicized in it. And I'm not getting
It
on
all
a
comes back
soapbox.
to the shareholders.
Yeah, I'm not getting on a soapbox. I'm just saying what it is, because
Yeah.
you and I both have lived through that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my radio station was owned by a newspaper. For
Mm.
the first several years, the newspaper actually subsidized the radio station.
Wow.
Yeah, but then it got the other way around, and the radio stations got a lot stronger and were subsidizing the newspaper. And they started cutting off people off the newspaper, and everybody on the board of directors were newspaper men.
Yeah.
So guess what started getting cut?
Mm-hmm.
The golden goose. And
yeah.
and then, you know, after they went bankrupt, I'm just glad I'm still able to get the pension at this point.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I told my wife, I said, just keep me on an iron lung so I can drain every bit of funds, you know. Just keep me just enough to be alive. You know, 130 years old, still drawing pensions. You
know? Take them all for what they're worth.
Now that is stubbornness. Vengeance is mine. Thank you so much for coming on. I'm going to have all
no problem.
the links for Charlie Wolfi in the description for this video. And good luck on everything coming up. Sounds like you're having a great time with it. Got a great outlook, and I see bigger things for you.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks so much for coming on.
No problem. Thank you all for watching, and have a wonderful whatever it is wherever you are.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.